Hi everyone, it's Karen here with a scrapbooking layout tutorial created for the limited edition kit of my creative scrapbook. This is my fourth and final layout, and all the other ones are listed below in the description area. Enjoy! The paper I'm using in the background is one from Fern Studios from the Happy Accident collection. This is called Fate. And I wanted to find the perfect photo for this. So I took my Sprocket printer, which I've shown before in other videos how I use it, and I just connected it to my phone, and it prints a 2x3 picture. And I chose a picture of my husband with some cacti plants behind him during our recent trip. Not so recent, a while ago I guess, but it was perfect for this kind of background because it had a lot of colors on it. The printer and all the other supplies are listed in the description area below with the links to the products. And of course, there's a link to get your own My Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit. So follow that link for that. Then I took the Shell Ginger stencil. It's a 6x6 stencil from Prima that came in the kit. And I used some Heidi swab paste in the turquoise color to just add some texture to the background, and I knew I was going to incorporate the blue because there was some blue in the picture as well. So I went around and just created the pattern to kind of center the photo in the middle, so I knew more or less where the photo was going to go, so I was adding it around the photo, the pattern around the photo. Then I took the stencil and basically kind of stamped with the leftover paste that was on it, just to not waste it because I couldn't put it back in the tube. So I just went around and basically stamped with it and created some more patterns in the background, and kind of gives it that distressed look. I took my photo and matted on some of the Saint Tropez papers from Prima. These are different little elements that I cut out, some of it from different papers, and I basically was creating a mat, to basically a piece of paper to mat the photo. I also took some ephemera tags and also added them as part of the mat. I used some 3D foam tape to basically raise my photo onto the mat, and then the rest of the smaller little pieces I used my tiny attacher from Tim Holtz to kind of staple them together. This is a great technique that I learned from my friend Rika, and it's just really good because it helps in terms of like creating that really nice mat, and it's just a quick, easy way of doing it. And I just staple things around and create this really cool distressed mat around my photo. And I don't mind if the staples show because they just add to that distressed look. Then I took my distressing tool from Prima and just distressed the edges of my mat, just so they would look a little bit more rough and distressed looking. The next step was embellish around the photo. I started with this first with the Saint Tropez flowers from Prima Marketing, and these are come in the kit as well, so it was really easy to match it all up. And then I started basically gluing the mat together just so they wouldn't move, and I could add all the different embellishments. And I also glued the flowers using my art glitter glue. I took one more flower, and this time what I did is I took it apart so I could use it in different areas. Sometimes if the flowers are too big, a really good technique to use it is to kind of take it apart and even cut it so you can use it in different areas. So you can see the top I used in the right corner, and then I cut the bottom part and just kind of tucked it underneath so it looks as if it's a full flower underneath, but it's really a good trick and you get one flower in so many different places. I went back and fixed a little bit the stenciled area with the same tools I used before, with the same stencil, because I realized that when I put the photo, some of the stenciled area was hiding behind the photo, so I didn't center it properly, and I wanted to have the distressed images everywhere. I took some gesso and with a paintbrush I started dabbing it on top of the stenciled area. I wanted to kind of hide some of the stenciled area and keep some of it out, so it would look as if it's all distressed and it wouldn't be even. I don't know, it was kind of like a technique that I felt like needed to be done to kind of kind of lessen the turquoise color, but also blend it into the background. It helped with everything. So it's a really good technique if you want to kind of have some things peeking out, but at the same time hide some of the pattern as well. Let's say you have a very busy patterned paper, you could use some gesso and hide some of the patterned areas. I also used the gesso to just add some highlights around the flowers, the photo, and even the papers that were matting the photo. I chose my favorite pieces from the ephemera part of the collection, from the St. Tropez collection. I just picked some die-cut pieces that I thought were perfect for this layout, and I didn't really use all of them. I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use, and I started adding them around the page. So you see the shell one, for example, did not fit, so I just ended up not using it. Same with the butterfly. But I did use the title, and I also used these really cute words that come in the pack. And basically what I did is I added them around, kind of like hidden messages. They kind of blended into the background, and I really liked this idea of just having things blend into the background the same way I did with the stenciled area. So as you can see, I didn't use these two pieces, but then I just took the glue and glued all the die-cut pieces into my background. I even used this little cute umbrella, which is actually very similar to the other umbrella I used in my other layout from this kit. So I thought this was a cute way of just embellishing. It comes with a lot of pieces, the ephemera pack, so you really have a lot to choose from. I felt like it needed a little bit of extra texture, so I took an old book page that I had stained with real tea, and I actually cut it in half and just ripped it and crinkled it and added it underneath the photo to kind of add a little bit more texture underneath the mat. I did have to lift some things up, but then I ended up gluing them again. And I added some extra pieces on the side as well, so I just used my glue to basically glue everything together. I guess I should have done this from the beginning, but I really felt that it needed it now. I didn't realize that it needed an extra kind of old book page look, but I did figure it out at the end, and I thought, oh, I have to add it because I really like the look. Of course, I went ahead and added some shells to my layout because I always have to add shells to any beach themed layout. And these are again white shells that I bought at the dollar store, but you could just collect your own if you go to the beach, and then you don't have to buy them. Finally added some cheesecloth. This comes in the kit as well, and I find that it looks amazing when you add cheesecloth to a beach themed layout. And what I like to do is kind of like cut it roughly and kind of fray it in different areas so it will look like it has wisps coming out of the flowers and the embellishments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more inspiration, subscribe to my channel or visit me on my website to sign up for my newsletters.